Hey Joe, how do you start day trading like prop or anything else if you don't have any income?
Well, that would be tough, but I think the first thing you'd wanna do is open up a daycare.
Good one, good. Welcome back to another episode of the Coast to Coast Traders podcast. I'm Robbie.
And I'm Joe.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Joe.
Right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Um, we got kind of a sad topic to talk about from the start, and it's a guy on Reddit who just kind of posting kind of a little bit of a sad story about his trading. It's not like like crazy awful, but he's not happy with life and basically kind of sounding like he doesn't want to be in this game anymore, the game of life.
Yeah.
And based on what he's writing, there's a lot of problems with how he's putting out this post. So why don't we bring that up? Oh, your dog is so cute, bro.
Thanks. The big one's sleeping. He's actually sitting awake and trying to watch.
Yep.
But yeah,
So
so
he failed and he doesn't want
yeah.
to live anymore, man. What
Hmm,
do you think about that?
I think it's a sensational headline.
Hmm.
I really hope he doesn't feel that way. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Um, the comment section is a little wild on this too. Like,
Mhm.
some people have really sound advice, and their advice is like, screw trading, go get a job first, get settled in, don't think about trading until you have everything like bills wise handled in your life. And I think that is the right message.
Oh yeah.
But I don't
And
know.
obviously, you and I, we both get being frustrated by life and sometimes feeling that, maybe we have too much of a burden on our plate. But the way this guy is phrasing it, he needs 1,500 to pass today, blew it, and then he revenge bought another account, and that's the last of his money. I mean, come on, man. You can't, this is not responsible in the slightest. Like, what are you doing?
No, not at all.
Y-
This is actually a big, big concern here because I know that the prevalence of gambling addiction is rising, especially among young men, especially with things like DraftKings. And
Yeah.
have seen it firsthand, that a lot of folks will trade prop, with the full porting, etc. In a way, they'll trade it like gambling, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm hitting this, whatever. And queue up five evals, trade them one at a time, max size, try to hit the 1,500 in the first day and do the same thing day 2. And that's not consistent trading, that's not a systematic approach that's gonna get you payouts.
Yeah. And so like he's saying I'm over leveraged. I didn't follow any rules, bro. Like what's wrong with me? But I mean, he just basically summarized it right there with just
Mhm,
those two sentences.
mhm. Yeah, he
But
did.
I don't think he's actually internalized that.
No, that's the hardest thing, man. This ties into, New Year's resolutions. The hardest thing about New Year's resolutions or even the hardest thing about trading is, like, most people, they're not gonna change, right? Like, if you're not willing to make those changes that you need to make in your life, you should not expect to continue to do the same thing, expecting, different results, right? Like, I know Einstein's credited with saying that, like, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over, expecting different results. It's not
Yeah,
quite that because within the market, there's always the randomness. So it's not quite the exact
sure.
same thing, that
Hmm.
it could work this time and it didn't work the last 100 times. But if you think about it, that's terrible success rate. Terrible, you know?
Yeah, yeah, and like maybe there's another a better example, but I don't think that I could think of one at the moment of a worse career to try to like force your way into making that full time right
Yeah.
off the bat.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the worst things. And then, he's talking about prop trading. So, like, what happens if you're all in on prop trading and you're not working a full time job and, maybe you're at break even with your monthly bills and your income or only a little bit better than that? And what happens if prop trading disappears? Probably a good topic for another episode, but like, think about
Sure.
that. Think about that. So I wish this guy the best. I hope he's okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I mean, you don't want to go into credit or debt. I should say for anything that you like. especially for trading, man. Like, oh,
especially.
and I've seen some really awful things recently about credit. And since you mentioned gambling, there's an app that's gonna be coming out that will let you like sort of gamble on your credit card debt and give you a chance to like waive one of your bills. And I forget. I'll have to find out, and I'll share it with you later off stream. But I when I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh, we're doomed, bro. We're doomed.
Damn, dude, that's like, isn't that the concept of Squid Games? I've never watched that show.
uh no, you're pretty much always gonna die in that show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that one's always a losing game.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry. Um, yeah, so there was one comment that you mentioned that you brought up on these replies about the options trading that
Oh,
we should
dude.
maybe talk about just for a quick second.
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
A lot of people giving some okay advice, but a lot of bad advice in these replies too.
Here it is right here. Switch to options. What you learn from
Hmm.
futures works better in options. You aren't this is where it gets crazy, dude. You aren't trading badly. The algo is tracking your risk and attacking you. The bigger your trade, the harder it attacks. People always mix up algo watching your trade, think they think they themselves are trading bad. If you're a sniper and my house is telling you everything I'm doing and where I am, I can never beat you. Like, what? Dude, if you're
Th-
trading prop, you're on sim. Like,
This guy has been his ICT's protege or something, man.
oh my god.
I don't know. This is like so bonkers. And then the guy below him, Navy Chief, he's suggesting he moved from zero DTEs to monthly contracts, basically, or
Mhm.
month long contracts. And I would certainly recommend trading options with time before zero DTEs, but I wholeheartedly disagree that switching to options would be better than trading prop futures.
No, I completely agree with you. I think it's a terrible move. I think that the majority of traders, especially starting out, have no business trading daily options like zero DTs. No business doing it whatsoever. I think that
Yeah,
the market makers just love that people approach the market trying to just get big payouts quick on zero DTs.
yeah,
Um, I don't know.
yeah. Just feeding into that gambling, because man, that it's everybody like we've talked about time and time again. You know, we have toxicity of social media in one of our episodes, and people are putting out those big numbers, and you're like, why can't I have that for myself?
Mhm.
And it looks so easy, and then you have people like this trying to like force it, and
Yeah.
they have no strategy, no system. They're just like hoping that whatever they are doing completely randomly is going to somehow suddenly make them a successful day trader that they can just quit their job.
Yep. Yep. It's not gonna work that way. It's not gonna work
Yep.
that way. So, yeah. Anyways, well, what's his name here? C Note 320. We
C
wish
note
you the best.
320. Good luck to you, man.
Yeah,
Tune
good
into the
luck.
podcast.
Yeah, let's get you situated on some
uh,
process.
yeah, for sure. Just a quick self plug, Joe. I put out
Yeah.
that episode that I had been talking about for
Yes, you did.
like 7 or 8 months.
Mhm.
It's about time, better late than never.
Hell
And
yeah.
I got really good views on it. And
Great.
so I'm just kind of wondering what you thought about it.
I thought it was fantastic, dude. Like, I liked the editing a lot. I liked like your
Mhm.
intro with like the ding and it has shows your picture. I like just different facets of it. The way that when trades were working in your favor, you had this like money counter that showed like you were green and it was going up, and then when you took some losses, it
Uh,
went back down. Like,
hmm.
that was like pretty. That was really cool. Like really
Oh,
cool.
thanks.
I don't know how you did that, but I'll have to pick your brain on that because that was pretty cool. And I like the whole synopsis of it very much. So I think that folks like C Note 320 or anybody who's struggling to pass an eval would really benefit from just seeing the fact that you took wins, you took losses, your trading wasn't always perfect, but you got the job done in a few days, right? Like, you didn't do it in 2 days, but you still got the job
Right.
done. And I think that It's again, it's a psychological issue, but so many folks are putting pressure on themselves to like if it's top step, 2 days to pass, right? If it's lucid, 2 days to pass. If it's TPT, it's
Right,
5 days to pass, or Apex, 1 day to pass. And it's always like, well, just because you can pass it 1 day doesn't mean you have to, you know? And you did a great job
right.
of illustrating that. So I know you're working on part two, and I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit more critical of myself in part two. But back to that money counter. One of the reasons why this thing took me so long is because, like I had mentioned, that I had really really ambitious, creative ideas, and
Mhm.
that money counter thing was kind of one of them. And I wanted to do that for every single trade, like track,
Oh,
track the first trade, then tally it up, and then the second trade, and then, but then especially on the day that I was over trading, it would have just been it would have been a disaster, a nightmare, like a lot of work. And then I was also just having some learning curves because it was the first time I've ever figured out how to do a money animator like that. So that's why I just decided, like, okay, I can keep a little bit of that creativity and just do the end of the day rather than every single trade.
yeah. No, it
Um,
was good. It was
yeah.
so good. I
And then
imagine it's very
the
hard.
one of the goals is just, to stack the base hits, because if we're always swinging for the fences, some of those trades just may not have worked out. But we saw how quickly I was able to get 15 points here, 15 points there, and then a couple of times I got a bigger move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All while using a 10-point stop, right?
hmm
On NQ.
Yeah.
So
So the
it's
part two is gonna be coming out. It's gonna be the same exact rules, but I definitely will be a little more critical on myself, and then just showing from my perspective in with hindsight, saying, hey, look, maybe this is how I do things different. Roast myself a little bit, perhaps. But this should be coming out a lot quicker since I've already got a little bit of the learning curve from the video side, like down. It should be smoother. So I'm hoping next weekend.
sounds good, dude. I'm looking forward to it for sure. Looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
thanks, man.
So let's talk about Apex, bro, because some people are having a freak out, right? Did you see these posts? Like
Yeah.
people are posted in the group and then a little bit on X.
hmm
What
Yeah.
are your
Everybody's
thoughts?
worried about. Oh no, here comes the trading police. They want to see my every move, and everybody's concerned about the whole record yourself aspect of it.
Yeah.
So why don't you kick us off on this?
Yeah. Okay. So I think like it was probably about 18 months ago, Apex really was kind of hammering folks on this, like record yourself while you're trading. We want to see that it's you because they just had, they had a lot of folks that weren't actually trading as them, right? I think they were utilizing like Replicanto or whatever type of copy trader with multiple locations. And you were essentially just paying for a service to trade what were your accounts and they took a portion of your profits. And it was like a
hmm
schemy, fraudulent way of scaling up on Apex and like really trying to like defraud the company because it's not you
Right.
trading, right? Like it is fraudulent.
hmm
It's not you trading. Like I don't care what your opinion is on Apex, it's just not right. It wouldn't be right regardless of what firm it is, right? Whether it's your
Yeah.
favorite firm or
hmm
your least favorite. So I think there's some folks that are definitely a little gun shy from that. And then they're getting this email, which essentially, it's saying, hey, congrats, you've got a sim funded PA account. And, what we want you to do is, you know, basically just do a write up of your system, some trades, some screenshots, show your system, talk about your system, and that's it, right? Like it's a very
hmm
generic, very basic request.
Yeah.
People are freaking out over that. Like, why do I have to do this?
Yeah. And the thing is, though, like, if Joe, if you asked me or if I asked you what your trading strategy is, you can throw out a couple of them, like that. No hesitation, no ums, no ifs and hums or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's really how people should be approaching this email. It's like,
Yes.
if I feel like if people are panicking about this, then maybe they're a little bit unsure themselves.
Yes, for sure. And they're probably worried about they're probably personally worried like as a trader, worried that they don't really have edge, right? So like
Yeah.
did I pass this eval based off of a fluke? And who knows? Like I don't know why people got this or didn't get this or whatever and maybe they got this because they passed their evaluation with max size. And they just put the like 10 minis on for 50K account and we're like, hey, it's YOLO, right?
Yeah,
And they're
could
on
be.
sale, right? But it's $20. So it's like, again, back to that gambling mentality. It's $20. Like, all right, let me get funded for
Mhm.
$20. All right, I failed. I'm getting
Mhm.
funded for $40. All right, I failed. I'm still getting funded for $60, which is okay, right? And then you pay the whatever it is, 60 or $80 fee. All right, I'm still into this account for, under $150. Not bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so, like, I don't think it's the end of the world, like people are thinking I don't think it's the same
oh,
thing as what they were asking about recording the trades because those were more suspicious circumstances.
right. Right, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And they want to monitor your progress. And I just think like if you're a trader and you are having a negative response to this, like, oh, I got to do this work, or oh, why are they asking for this? And you think it's some sort of shifty or scary type thing, I would
Mhm.
caution you on your mindset, right? Because
Yeah.
every trader should benefit from being able to do a write up of their trading style, their entry criteria, their stop criteria, their targets criteria, all of that, right? And
Mhm.
by you defining what is the blueprint for your trading and how you will be successful at trading, you are ultimately doing yourself a favor, right? So this
Yeah.
this is them forcing you to put in the work that you probably should have already done, and if you haven't done it, well, they're forcing you to do it. So take 30 minutes to an hour one night, just do it, and then you have something move on. And if and more than likely when you blow that PA account, you owe it to yourself
Mhm.
because again, most traders are failing to even get a singular payout. So the
Yeah.
odds are likely that you're going to blow this account. So when you blow that account, I would encourage you to go back and look at that trading plan and actually and then say, did I follow this? Right? Because
Yeah.
if you
And then
followed it to the
if while you're
letter,
writing it though, maybe you'll even, like, think maybe you'll second guess as you're writing things like, "Oh, wait, actually this."
right?
And so it'll just help you be critical, and that's what we should always be doing is critically thinking about our trading style and how we can, um, build, iterate, test, all that kinda stuff.
Right, exactly. And if you blow that account and you were following that, okay, there's something flawed in my plan. And if you blow
Mhm.
your account and you didn't follow that, well, there's something flawed in your execution. So
Yep.
either way, you're going to learn something here, and
Mhm.
I don't think you should be mad at Apex for it. So
Yeah, no, we've given them, quite a bit of criticism in the past, but, I think this is totally cool.
yeah, yeah. And then there was something else that came out with Apex that had somebody else pretty rattled, which the comment section on this one went off too. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, so a different email circulating around about MAE rule notice,
Hmm.
and it says we're reaching out regarding trading activity on your account that exceeded the MAE maximum adverse excursion, and it's an important risk management safeguard, and it's existing to help protect you and your account and your long trading progress. And so what they're doing is if you break the max adverse excursion rule, they're going to immediately uh, pause your payout eligibility for 10 more trading days.
10, it says 10 calendar days, but yeah.
Or yes, sorry, 10 calendar days.
Mhm.
And so people are like it's another one of those things like here they're out to get you, right? But I think this is actually really good. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I think so too. And I think the
Mhm.
reason I think this is so great is because at the bottom there, what's cut off, it says in most cases, MAE violation, maximum adverse excursion violation would make a payout request ineligible, meaning that your payout request
Mhm.
would get denied. This typically
Yep.
means that you're, and what would happen is the payout request would enter payout review for several days before they ultimately denied it. So they're
Right.
proactively letting you know, hey, you broke this rule. So you're not able to get a payout right now. Pause, reevaluate, follow the system, don't break the rules, and then you can ask for a payout. So you're going to end up at the same point, anyways. If you ask for a payout today and it gets denied, and if you don't pause your trading, you're actually going to end up being further away from the payout because if it takes 3 or 4 days for them to get back to you saying, no, your payout's denied, that's 3 or 4 days you didn't trade, right?
Yeah,
Versus,
and this is one thing that we were really critical about many
yeah,
months back. I don't remember which episode we talked about, but it was like, okay, well, what are the rules basically on requesting the payout? And then we were like, okay, well, once you get denied, you have to trade an extra week and then wait and then only request the new balance, right? And
Yes,
so rather than like playing these games, they're just telling you right up front, okay, you broke this rule, so don't submit a payout. You got to wait 10 more days. And this is just it's gonna save everybody a lot of headache and a lot
absolutely.
of repeat questions.
Yep. Yep. And I do want to know what the rest of this email actually said, because it said, by proactively notifying you as soon as possible as the violation occurs, we aim to. Like, I want to know what they're saying they aim to, because I've never received this email, right? Um, but I think, obviously they are, in a sense, the same as Top Step talks about it, trying to help you to be a better trader, right? Like, Top Step puts you on,
Yeah.
like, I think now they have rules about you can only buy so many evals in a day before they kind of like limit you. You can only reset an eval twice in one day, like things like that, that they force you to slow down, which is a good thing, right? But
Yeah. And on top of that though, if you're blowing 30% of your balance in one single trade, you've got some pretty big problems already.
you do. And so let's look at this. This is, this guy Amped J Alexander is what I'm thinking his username is supposed to be, right? And here it is, the Inner Circle Ghost. Oh, look at this. Oh, geez, another ICT guru. But look, he does have a valid point. Even though he worships the wrong guy, he says if anyone blows 30% of their total drawdown in one trade or 30% of their profit in one trade, they need to go back to the drawing board. Facts. Big facts there, folks. Like, three trades in your account's blown is not good.
And another thing that some people might be missing is it's based on your starting balance. So 30% of, you know, uh, let's say $1,000 starting balance, but say you make 500 bucks. Well, now you've bumped up
Right.
how much you can lose based on whatever profit you've gotten on the day.
Exactly.
So like all in all, this is still a very fair policy, and people that are scared about it really, I think it's kind of going back to the last scenario, and even the guy on Reddit, they probably don't have a strategy that's consistent yet.
No, I think that's the exact same problem. Is it's no consistency, no consistent edge that is coupled with risk management. Like, they need to go together hand
Yeah.
in hand. There was
Hmm.
some debate between a few people too in the comment section to talk about, like, they're they're debating MAE, right? Maximum adverse excursion with drawdown. Like, it's basically semantics. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Right.
drawdown just usually being that, hey, you took the loss and this is how much you lost. MAE, though,
Hmm.
what can happen on MAE is that you enter into a trade, you don't stop out, it goes against you more than 30%, and it comes back up, and it could be very profitable. It doesn't matter.
Right.
You let the
Hmm.
trade pull against you more than 30% of your balance. Like, that's not logical. Like, that is some Tory
Hmm.
trades, I move my stop type BS. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I agree.
And she would have gotten her
Yeah.
payout denied.
Oh, 100%.
She was more than 30%, bro. She's an MAE violator, bro.
Hmm. Yeah. If anybody has received this email, maybe reach out to us and in DMs and maybe forward it. It'd be interesting to see the whole, because I've seen a couple of people post it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah, neither do I. And also, yeah, I would love to see the whole thing. I would love to hear your side of the story too. And like, what did you do and what did you learn from it? I can speak from experience. I've done this, right? Like, I've not managed risk properly. I've gotten a payout denied for the MAE rule. Like, it's happened.
Mhm.
And in
Yeah,
reality, there was no need to be pissed off about it at anybody except myself.
for sure.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Who's to blame?
That's
You're
it.
the one that pushed the button.
That's it. It's so
Yeah.
easy, man. That's the worst thing about prop, is how fast everybody wants to blame the company. And it's like, bruh, if this was your money, and because 50K accounts really like 2K or 2,500, but like, if you only
Yeah.
had 2,500 bucks, are you really gonna let that trade go against you? Like, 750?
Right.
A lot of
So
risk.
for resolutions, if you're suffering from this problem, then it's time to write some rules down.
Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo. All right. I think that covers it, huh?
Yep. Sounds good. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yes.
Catch you on the next one.
That's right. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget Robbie's video is going to be in the comments in the description below. So
Oh
make sure to
yeah,
check that out.
we'll
Please
put that
check that
link.
out. It's a great video. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. See ya.